give up his arm to save his own life. He said the animal seemed to come out of nowhere, which gators are wont to do, in the river outside of Fort Myers. So he grabbed the gator's chin, he says, to try to control the animal, but the gator responded by chomping down on his arm.
He started pulling me down, and I knew it's either this bone, or I've got to lose this arm, or I'm going to die. So I took my feet and I put it on his mouth, and I tried to jerk my arm off, trying to break it free. I finally got close enough to where I could put my foot and do one last snatch, and I swam to the bank.
Caleb, you're a tougher man than I, but his right arm below the elbow was gone. Paramedics rushed him to hospital, and we have a picture of the teen recovering. Might be a little hard to look at here. Here it is, though. The kid says he's glad that the gator took his arm. Wow. Because he steers his airboat with his left arm. In other words, he's getting back in there. Trace Gallagher's alive for us this afternoon. What else did the kid have to say there down in Florida, Trace?
Well, Caleb Langdale goes by the name of Fred Shep, and he says that he and his buddies are out on this river all the time, either wakeboarding or swimming, and when his friend told him that a gator was coming his way, he simply thought his friend was messing with him. A few seconds later, he was in the fight for his life using a technique that he learned on a television show called Swamp People. Listen.
And then he just went and dove. Well, I was trying to hold on to him so he couldn't bite me, but he done a death roll and knocked me off. So I took my foot and I kicked, trying to gain speed to go to the bank. And when I was swimming, throwing my arms back and forth, this one, he got it. And he done another death roll and broke all the bones, everything in it. I just felt it's gone.
Yeah, just an amazing story. And now he says he wants that gator's head so that he can rest his prosthetic arm on it, Shep. He says, quoting here, "You can't do that to me and not pay a price." Shep.
Wow. Trace Gallagher live. Trace, the doctors tried to save the arm, right?
Yeah, because after the paramedics showed up, the trappers showed up right after that looking for that gator, and it took them some 3 hours. I mean, they scanned that lake. They came up with a number of gators, and finally, several hours later, they came up with the right one. They slit it open with a knife, and there was the arm. They pulled it out and sent it to the hospital, but it was too late. Here's the boy talking about trying to stop the bleeding. Listen.
So I started grabbing some spider webs and grabbing whatever I could. And I put the spider webs on my arm because it'll stop the bleeding. And whenever I got up in the bank, it was still bleeding a little bad, so I took my arm and put it between my legs and squeezed to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, he says it's lucky it was him and not his friends because he thinks it would have killed his friends. Little context, over the past half-century, there have been 348 alligator attacks in Florida, 14 of them fatal. Shep.
Unreal. Trace Gallagher live. Trace, thanks very much. Brave, tough guy, but my goodness, the Gators were here first, even in Fort Myers.